When a person confronts their own mind, what happens? It may sound like a simple question, but the answer is complex and multifaceted. The outcome can range from increased self-awareness to severe mental distress, even touches upon spiritual awakening and philosophical debates about the nature of reality. So let's explore this intriguing question together. One of the most immediate things that happen when someone truly confronts their own mind is inner conflict. Our minds are like battlegrounds where different thoughts, emotions, and memories clash with each other. We all have that inner dialogue, that constant chatterbox in our heads that never seems to shut up. But it's not just a background noise. It's an active, dynamic process. And sometimes certain thoughts or feelings can really challenge us, especially during moments of doubt, trauma, or major life decisions. For example, imagine someone who's afraid of public speaking. Every time they have to talk in front of a group, there's this inner struggle between the voice that says, "You can do this, just relax and enjoy it," and another voice that screams, "Everyone is watching you. What if you make a fool of yourself? You're gonna freeze up and everyone will laugh." It's that second voice, the one rooted in fear and self-doubt, that can overpower the rational thought. In that moment, it feels like the mind is divided against itself, torn between the desire to succeed and the crippling fear of failure. And this inner conflict can be incredibly distressing. It's like being caught in a mental tug-of-war where the stakes are high and the opposing forces seem evenly matched. But it also represents a unique opportunity for growth. And so, after all, it's only when we confront our fears and challenge our negative thoughts that we can truly understand and overcome them. In addition to inner conflict, confronting one's own mind often leads to heightened self. When we look inward, we start to question our beliefs, behaviors, and motivations. We become more attuned to our emotions and how they influence our actions. This process of introspection and reflection can be both liberating and challenging. On the one hand, it allows us to understand ourselves better, to identify our strengths and weaknesses, and to appreciate the complexity of our own inner workings. We begin to see ourselves as individuals with unique perspectives and experiences that have shaped us into who we are today. However, this newfound self-awareness can also be unsettling. It can bring up uncomfortable truths about ourselves that we'd rather ignore, such as our biases, prejudices, and ingrained habits. It can force us to confront aspects of ourselves that we've buried deep down, like past traumas or unresolved emotional issues. As Carl Jung, the renowned psychologist, once said, "The most terrifying thing is to accept ourselves as we are." In many ways, confronting our own mind is like staring into a mirror, and what we see may not always be a reflection we want to confront. Another significant effect of confronting one's own mind is mental overload. When we dig deep into the recesses of our thoughts and feelings, we may uncover things that we've long suppressed or forgotten. This can be a cathartic experience, bringing long-awaited clarity and understanding. However, it can also be overwhelming. Suddenly, faced with the raw, unfiltered version of ourselves, we might feel like we're drowning in a sea of emotions, memories, and sensations. In extreme cases, this overthinking or emotional overload can cause a person to feel disconnected from reality. They might experience a fragmented sense of identity, feeling like they're living in a dreamlike state or even dissociative state. In such moments, the mind can feel like a treacherous labyrinth with no clear path out. The individual may feel lost, confused, and vulnerable. It's crucial to recognize the signs of mental overload and seek help when needed. Engaging in activities like mindfulness, meditation, journaling, or connecting with loved ones can help bring a sense of grounding and clarity during these challenging times. Remember, seeking help is a sign of strength, not weakness. By reaching out, you open the door to healing and pave the way towards a more balanced and fulfilling life. Now let us shift our perspective a bit and delve into the philosophical and spiritual dimensions of this question. Many spiritual traditions view the confrontation between a person and their own mind as a pivotal moment, a sort of spiritual awakening, or a test of the soul. This perspective often frames the mind as the battleground where the individual's true nature or essence is revealed. The confrontation becomes a catalyst for transformation, pushing the individual to evolve spiritually or morally. In some belief systems, the mind is seen as a dualistic realm, where opposing forces such as good and evil, light and darkness, constantly vie for dominance. When a person confronts their mind, they're essentially engaging in this age-old battle, striving to overcome their negative tendencies and embrace their true authentic self. This journey of self-discovery and transformation is often depicted as a rite of passage, a necessary ordeal that leads to personal growth and enlightenment. It's a testament to the human spirit's resilience and capacity for change, highlighting our innate ability to shape our own destinies. Now let's bring in some scientific insight. Neuroscience offers a fascinating perspective on what happens when a person confronts their own mind. According to neuroscientists, our brains have two primary systems that govern our thoughts and actions: the prefrontal cortex, which is the brain's rational center, and the limbic system, which controls emotions. When these two systems are in harmony, we function optimally, making balanced decisions and effectively regulating our emotions. However, When they clash, as often happens when we confront our deepest thoughts and feelings, it can feel like our minds are at war with themselves. The prefrontal cortex might try to suppress certain thoughts or feelings as irrational or undesirable, while the limbic system urges us to acknowledge and express them. This internal conflict can manifest as anxiety, depression, or even physical symptoms like a racing heartbeat or sweating. But it's not necessarily a bad thing. Neuroscientists believe that these internal conflicts are actually what drive creativity and innovation. When we challenge our own beliefs and biases, we open our minds to new possibilities and ways of thinking. This process of confronting our own biases and beliefs is what often leads to breakthroughs in science, art, and personal growth. It's a reminder that our minds are not static entities, but rather dynamic, ever-evolving systems that shape our experiences and interactions with the world around us. The outcome of confronting one's own mind is highly dependent on a variety of factors. Some people emerge from this experience with a greater sense of self-awareness and personal growth, while others may become overwhelmed and struggle to cope. Here's a breakdown of some key elements that influence the outcome of this confrontation. Emotional regulation. The ability to manage and control one's emotions plays a significant role. Those who can effectively regulate their emotions are better equipped to navigate the complexities of their inner world and harness the insights gained from confronting their own mind. Lack of emotional regulation, on the other hand, can lead to an overwhelming experience that leaves an individual feeling broken or shattered. Regularly practicing mindfulness can help individuals develop a stronger connection to their inner selves. This practice equips them with the tools to observe their thoughts and feelings without judgment, fostering a deeper understanding of themselves and reducing the likelihood of becoming overwhelmed. External support. Reaching out for support from friends, family, or professionals can make a substantial difference. Therapy, in particular, provides a safe space to explore one's inner thoughts and feelings with the guidance of a trained mental health professional. The insights and coping mechanisms gained through therapy can help individuals integrate their experiences in a healthy and constructive manner. Personal resilience. Each person has a unique level of resilience shaped by their life, experiences, and support systems. Those with strong support networks and previous experience in managing their inner thoughts and feelings are more likely to find growth and self-discovery in confronting their own mind. Conversely, individuals with limited support or coping mechanisms may struggle to navigate the challenges that arise. The willingness to confront one's own mind is a courageous act that can lead to profound personal growth and self-discovery. However, it's essential to recognize that the outcome of this confrontation is influenced by various factors, including emotional regulation, mindfulness, self-reflection, external support, and personal resilience. Nurturing these elements can help individuals approach this journey with greater confidence and preparedness, allowing them to navigate their inner landscapes with greater ease and clarity. Remember, the journey inward is a deeply personal one, and there's no single right way to do it. Be patient with yourself. Celebrate your growth and reach out for help when needed. Your inner world is vast and complex, and what you discover within yourself has the power to change your life forever. Thank you for joining me on this exploration of the fascinating question, what happens when a person confronts their own mind? If you enjoyed this video, please don't hesitate to show your support. Your engagement means the world to me. Until next time, stay curious and keep asking questions. And remember, every question you ask brings you one step closer to understanding the intricate and marvelous reality we all inhabit.